What is up, YouTube? We are putting the garage back together today. So nice weather, sun's out, a little on the chilly side, but comfy when you're working in a t-shirt. So cleared the table out from the garage sale how many months ago? Been dragging on cleanup stuff. Got the bagger tucked away. Lots of computer printers and old computers that I don't know how those work. So bagger is tucked away. Chopper is even more tucked away. I have some of the odds and ends from the sporty chopper we've been working on, the Evo, down in here. So the extra headlight, the trim rings and pistons, and I gotta go through that bin. I'm gonna end up tossing a good amount of that because there's a bunch of junk there. Found some extra carburetors that I forgot I had, so I got a AFB or Edelbrock in the back. This is a should be good quote Holley 600, but I did try putting that on the Falcon a while back. Rear float was leaking a little bit, so minor inconvenience, but I do eventually want to get around to putting that 600 back on the Falcon. So we got a lot more garage space, which is good. Quick little vacuum thing to clean up the couch that one of the dogs threw up on. Get dogs, they're supposed to be the greatest thing ever. Constant pain in the ass. New master cylinder, new old master cylinder. I got two that I found at the shop today for this because I'm pretty sure this sporty master cylinder is toast. I couldn't get it to bleed, even with the vac bleeder on there. I got the axle nut hardware, so we're going to swap that out. That's pretty much all I got left on this from my laundry list that I made the other day. Fuel line, I do want to ditch the filter and run a straight one through the cylinders. That'll work a little bit better than this giant monstrosity. I turned it around. It doesn't leak as much when it's on the rear. This thing is running like a top though. But I want to finalize some of the other odds and ends. Wiring still needs to be redone, but axles and fuel line and get the front brake working. Then it's pretty much out of my hands. If he wants to go through and fix some wiring, I'll give him a hand on it. I wired it up to work. I told him that's all I was doing. He said that's fine. That's where we're at. Points cover is in the black bin over there. What else? Just kind of moving a bunch of crap. Fluid changes, so I got oil and filters for the truck and the Falcon. I like doing that in the fall, so when they're parked, pretty much as soon as I fire them up and bring them home, come springtime, we are good to go. And then just odds and ends clean up. Put all my tools away finally, so I got everything kind of sorted between service cart and big toolbox. Getting a little bit more prepared to do all of the rest of the actual work that we have planned moving forward. So first thing on the list, button up this iron head, get this, or Evo, I keep saying that, I'm not used to saying that. Button up this Evo, get this out of here. And a lot of the scramble has been on the Falcon today. So I went by my buddy's shop today and he gave me a hand, threw it up on the lift, adjusted some toe stuff. This thing was squealing, screaming. The tire was screaming every time I turned right. Adjusted the toe, and that's about all I can do without this going to an alignment shop. It still needs it, don't get me wrong. But we played with that, got that squared away. It is driving much better. It is steering much better. It's still got a slight pull to the left. Steering wheel is still on upside down. But beautiful day today, hopefully beautiful day tomorrow. This thing's going to the track tomorrow morning. So been kind of getting some stuff set up. Got some lawn chairs, jack handle, timing light is underneath the jack below. All sorts of odds and ends of stupid crap. So full toolkit, hammers, electrical stuff, drills, all the fun stuff that I hopefully don't have to open the box for. Other than that, I'm just kind of cleaning up and bringing a table just in case. We got it pretty much cleaned out. I got a fresh set of plugs that we're going to drop in tomorrow when we get up there and go from there. Passed tach inspection last year in November, so hopefully it does the same. And I've been beating the living piss out of this car, kind of trying to figure out what I need. Honestly, I'm gonna preface this. Let me see if I can find the old time slips. Last year on a bone stock motor, it ran a 15.0 at Where are we at here? 1508, so closer to 15.1 at a 2.29860. So nothing fancy here. Let's see if that's focus. Focus, focus, focus. Come on. 2.29860, 96 in the eighth, 73 in the 73.4 miles an hour. But total ET, we're looking at a 15.084, so a 15.1. Let's round up and be conservative at 91 miles an hour. I don't know if this is going to be any quicker than that. Given the current status, how she sits, I'm going to play around with the trans pressure a little bit tomorrow now that everything is working. It shifts way harder than it did last year. Plus, it pulls way harder from 3 to 55-ish, the cam and the heads. However, it hole shots way worse than it did last year. I have been messing around with all sorts of things, adjusted the timing a little bit, put better gas in it. I cannot get this thing to free spin the tires. I do have a track lock. I do have brand new rubber now. Last year it was old 70s Goodyear GT50s. Same 9-inch. I had 389 gears before, now I have 411s. In theory, it should be a faster car. I think I am 100% fighting the converter. I thought about compression too. I did not degree the cam like I should have when I had it all apart. But everything that I was looking online is that trick flow cam's supposed to have 4-degree advanced cut in, so I did line it up dot to dot. Tomorrow's really going to be the telltale, so we'll see what happens. Ideally, if I can get down somewhere into the 14s, I will be thrilled. I'd like the trap speed to go up. I'm not looking to set records. I'm not looking to, you know, 1.6, 1.5, 60 foots. As much as that would be amazing, we're nowhere near that. I'm guessing, what did I say that was? A 2.2 on a bone stock motor? 2.3. 2.360 on the second pass. What are we at on the first one here? So I ran it twice, 2 passes last year at Great Lakes. 16.57 was the first one at 92.77, and then the second one was 15.084 at 91.11. So I got both time slips right here, 23 over here, and then whatever this one is, I'm over here on the right side. 3.58, 3.579, 60 on the first, 2.29. So the 60s are crap. I think it's going to be worse than that on the 60, but tomorrow we're looking at trap speed, so I can at least gauge a better idea of what the motor is making horsepower wise tomorrow. So I'm not a track expert. Any input, any comments, please feel free to roast me, rip me apart, whatever it may be, or be nice and just tell me, hey, I would do this and this and this. As of right now, in the back of my head, I'm kind of pricing out and looking at a 28 to 3200 stall, somewhere in between there. It's got an AOD. It's not a good go fast trans, but I want to be able to still drive the thing. 411s in the AOD. I'm at 2400 RPMs at 70 miles an hour. That's still a driver to me. There's a little bit of wiggle room there, but that's kind of what we're looking for. So give me your input in the comments. This is kind of a just me talking and ranting video, so I appreciate you guys sticking around. Lots more Harley stuff is coming your way. Iron head chopper with the girder front end. I'm pointing to the shovel head, but the iron head chopper is underway. I just cut off the motor mounts. I didn't make a video of that, but I cut off the front motor mount, got the rear set up, so now it's just going to be kind of cut weld. I'll walk you through that next time I get over there, but that's on pause until this Evo is done. And if time allows, this Super Glide needs to come apart. It runs like a top, it's running fine, but old timers that are doing all my machine work are getting older. So I want to get that freshened up ASAP. So trans is good, shift's fine, but I'm hoping this winter, along with that iron head, we can start digging into the Super Glide, tear that down, rip the top end apart. I'll freshen up the cylinders, fresh pistons and rings, nothing crazy. Probably throw a mild low end cam, very, very low end. I want like 1500 to 35 if I can make power in that range, because that is the bike I will typically ride fully loaded or 2 up. Get a little more power down low and get that bottom end redone and balanced. That's the plan. Thanks for sticking around. If you've made it this far, we will catch you guys on the next one and probably see you tomorrow.